Did anyone see this coming? New poll finds NFL favorability rating sliced in half. Not surprised, but we'll keep going anyway. In news that will shock only those who have spent the last week living in caves, the NFL's favorability has taken a massive nosedive this week. The Politico Morning Consult poll released this week shows the league's favorability has fallen from 30% on September the 21st to a low of 17% only a week later. Poll takers said that this month's numbers are the lowest favorability rating the poll has ever mentioned since first began polling on this question. Perhaps unsurprisingly, Trump voters expressed even harsher view. On September the 21st, 25% of Trump voters approved of the NFL and 11% had unfavorable view. But by September the 28th, those numbers changed dramatically, with 33% saying they now have unfavorable views of the NFL, while only 16% said they felt positive towards the league. The drop of 13 points in a single week coincides with the mass protests seen across the league during week 3 of the NFL season. The drop also coincides with criticism of the league offered by President Trump, who said on September the 22nd that he hoped the NFL owners would fire players who staged protests during the play of the national anthem. The poll also found that only 35% of respondents believe the league has a positive impact in the community. There is a 10% drop since September 13th. Clearly, the protests are overshadowing all the charity efforts sponsored by the league, the teams and the individual players. The Morning Consult poll is far from the only poll to find the trust in the NFL's brand has taken a hit. Also this month, a Rumson poll found that fans are 34% less likely to watch the NFL because of the constant protests against the national anthem. In addition, at least 2 other polls from last year also found that fans were upset by the protests. One found that 44% of fans said that they would stop watching the NFL if protests against the national anthem continued. A second poll by J.D. Power shows fans citing the anthem protests as the main reason they stop watching the NFL games. In short, if the NFL doesn't reverse course soon, college football will be more popular sport than the land within the next 3 years. The Morning Consult poll conducts its daily surveys of 1,000 companies and products with questions to 5,000 adults. The poll has a margin of error of plus or negative 3% points. So what do I think about all this? Do I think the NFL has an image problem? Definitely. But that said, I don't like polls. I'll be fully upfront with you. I hate polls, to be honest. The reason why is because depending on who you ask and what group or niche you're in, generally you'll find that polls can be easily swayed. For example, if I was to go through and ask my audience what they think about this anthem and the protests, I will have a most likely overwhelming support for people to say they're against these protests. And of course then polls leads to what we had with Hillary, for example. The reason why the polls would say that Hillary was likely to win was because they would go through and poll heavily Democratic areas. Also the fact that Trump is more of a centrist than a left or right also made the polls very hard to predict as well. So like I say, polls, generally a bad idea. But yeah, I will agree. I do think they definitely have an image problem. But at the end of the day, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you believe the NFL has an image problem? Do you think that they don't? Has this put you off NFL football for now? Or are you going to go watch the college football? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Apart from that, guys, if this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. And apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.